Good morning.
Welcome to Great Ideas from Around the World. I'm Connie and this is Nick.
Hello.
Today's quote is from probably, maybe, but not really, Hippocrates in ancient Greece between the 3rd and 5th centuries BCE. It's a major part of the Hippocratic Oath taken by those in the medical industry, though it's not a direct quote. Do no harm.
I like it. I think it's one of the most useful ideas we can employ to be good people and to make the world a better place. Do no harm. What does it mean to you, Connie?
Don't hurt people or things or animals.
Seriously, it's a pretty complex idea. I guess one of the most basic interpretations is from the medical field, where you look at a patient, you look at a sickness, you look at a problem, and you say, if I do something, will it cause more harm or more good? And if it causes some good but more harm, is it even worth doing? I think that's the yardstick by which people in the medical field judge what should be done.
Oh, definitely, for sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical harm. Harm can mean a lot of things.
For sure. It makes me think of our interactions with people on social media or in text messages and things like that, where sometimes we think perhaps someone deserves some biting comment, something really nasty, something really awful, and we have to have the last word and we give them that zinger or whatever. Under this idea, that's completely unnecessary. And let's be honest, when we do add those terrible, biting, well-deserved types of replies, we never improve the situation. We just throw fuel on the fire. I suppose that's one of the big takeaways of this whole thing is don't add to the problem.
You don't have to have the last word.
And you don't have to know the solution right off the bat either. I think history and a lot of our favorite stories and mythologies and movies focus around the idea that sometimes people are so eager to solve problems that they rush into things. They don't consider possible consequences. They don't consider negative things that'll come up because of their actions. And they just rush in and try to solve everything. I think in our daily life, we often really want to jump to that approach, but we really shouldn't, because just like what we said at the beginning in the medical field, sometimes the best solution is just to take it easy, wait it out, measure your options, and see if better solutions present themselves, because let's be honest, they usually do. I think most of the time people jump to the idea of self-defense. They're like, well, what do you mean do no harm? What if someone's doing harm to me? I have to employ some sort of self-defense. Well, 99.9% of the time, no, you don't. I mean, your life isn't in danger 99.9% of the time. There are more than just one or two possible solutions to any problem. For example, if you're a teacher and a kid kicks you in the shin, is it morally right to say, I got to do self-defense, I got to kick him back? It's nonsense. And that's the way it is with most things, most interactions. I'm thinking about road rage, all of our knee-jerk reactions where we say, I'm just defending myself. It's like most of the time, these sorts of confrontations, these sorts of arguments, these sorts of fights can be de-escalated. Do no harm. It's a deceptively simple-looking idea. I think it's something that we can all adopt and think about, especially when we're in stressful situations. And here's another thing. If we're ever caught up in an ideology or philosophy and we get to the point where our leader or our spokesman or whoever we're following comes to the conclusion that harm must be done, that is when we need to slam on the brakes and say, hold on a second. I was with you up until this point, but the moment people say, and now we must attack this social group, or now we must destroy this thing, or now we must attack this person, that should be a red flag. That should be the point where we say, hold on a second. A good person does no harm.
So what does do no harm mean to you? Let us know in the comments. If you have a favorite quote or idea that you'd like to see made into a video, let us know that also.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you next time.
Take care.